There was a time when your brain mostly had to worry about tigers, fire, and remembering where it buried the berries. Now it's being attacked by deep fakes, algorithmic hallucinations, groupthink spirals, and someone's AI-generated cat wearing a cowboy hat. Your brain was built for cave life, and we gave it TikTok. The result? Reality is melting. Not in a psychedelic, fun way. In a, wait, did I just imagine that? Or did it really happen? Way. Today we're exploring why your poor, overworked brain is losing its grip on reality, and why it's honestly not even its fault. Let's get right into it. Number 10. Reality has too many filters. Remember when a photo was a photo? Like blurry, crooked, with someone blinking in the background? Or now, every image you see online has been filtered, color graded, face tuned, and possibly AI generated by someone in a Starbucks. Your brain, bless its analog heart, is still operating on ancient programming. It sees a shiny face on Instagram and goes, wow, this person is clearly flawless and glowing with divine energy, instead of, this was taken through 3 layers of digital sorcery and insecurity. Visual filters mess with your sense of baseline. You don't compare yourself to real people anymore. You compare yourself to optimized illusions. And when everyone's online life looks like a Netflix trailer and yours looks like a microwave meal, your brain quietly panics. This constant bombardment of unreality tricks your brain into lowering its defenses. You stop asking, is this real? And start assuming everything should look perfect. Congrats, you've been softly gaslit by aesthetics. Number 9. Deepfakes are coming for your sanity. Imagine watching a video of Morgan Freeman saying your name and giving you life advice. Cool, right? Except he never said that. It's just a deepfake, and your brain can't tell the difference. Deepfakes are basically Photoshop's evil cousin, using artificial intelligence to mimic voices, faces, and speech patterns with freakish accuracy. Your eyeballs might see someone speaking, but your brain is relying on old-school pattern recognition. That looks like their mouth, that sounds like their voice, must be real. Except nope. It's ones and zeros stitched together with sinister precision, and here's the terrifying twist. Once your brain knows it can't trust what it sees or hears, it starts second-guessing everything. Real news, real faces, real videos, they all start to carry a whiff of doubt. You become a human magic 8-ball. Is this real? Ask again later. Deepfakes don't just fool you once, they erode your confidence in reality. And when trust collapses, paranoia moves in with a suitcase and a podcast. Number 8. Your brain hallucinates. Daily, think hallucinations are only for sleep-deprived artists and that guy in the park yelling at a mailbox? Think again. Your brain is constantly making stuff up. It just usually gets lucky and guesses right. Take your blind spot, for example. There's a literal hole in your vision where your optic nerve connects, and your brain just fills it in like an overconfident interior decorator. You don't notice because the hallucination is so smooth. Ever think your phone buzzed, but it didn't? That's your brain inventing a sensation based on expectation, not reality. It's called phantom vibration syndrome, and it's proof that your mind's not exactly a trustworthy narrator. Basically, your brain is like a drunk improv actor. If it doesn't know what's happening, it just makes something up that seems plausible and moves on like nothing happened. So next time you swear you saw someone wave at you or remember locking the door, just know your brain might be confidently hallucinating its way through life. Number 7. Algorithms decide what's real. You open your phone, boom, news story, boom, comment section meltdown, boom, trending meme. Who decided what you see? Not you. An algorithm did, and it wasn't trying to inform you, it was trying to keep you scrolling. These digital marionette masters track what you click, how long you pause, and what enrages you just enough to not throw your phone. Then they feed you a buffet of content tailored to your exact psychological vulnerabilities. Your brain, being the trusting sponge it is, assumes that what it sees reflects the world. But it doesn't. It reflects your behavior, amplified and distorted into an echo chamber of doom, drama, or dog videos, depending on your vibe. The result? You believe things are more extreme, more polarized, or more terrifying than they are. Reality becomes a hall of mirrors, and every reflection whispers, "This is the truth." Spoiler, it's not. It's just the internet puppeteering your perception. Number 6, you remember things that didn't happen. You're absolutely convinced the Monopoly man has a monocle. He doesn't. You remember that one quote from Star Wars, "Luke, I am your father." Never said it. The Berenstain Bears? You're probably spelling it wrong right now. Welcome to the Mandela effect, a shared delusion brought to you by your brain's faulty memory system, the internet, and maybe a multiverse glitch if you're feeling spicy. The truth is, your memory isn't a hard drive, it's a sandbox. Every time you recall something, your brain reconstructs the scene like a sketch artist who's mostly guessing, and if someone else shares your false memory, boom, social reinforcement. Now it feels real. This is how entire swaths of people start believing events, phrases, and visuals that never actually existed. It's not a conspiracy, it's just the brain being weirdly confident in its hallucinations. So if you ever feel smug because you know something happened, take a deep breath and Google it. Number 5. Your brain loves patterns, even fake ones. Look up at the clouds. Do you see a bunny? A face? A duck riding a unicycle? Congratulations, you've just been punked by your pattern-hungry brain. This is pareidolia, the tendency to see familiar shapes where none exist. It's the reason you see a face in a power outlet or a haunted soul in your toast. Your brain is basically a conspiracy theorist with Photoshop. It evolved this way because recognizing faces and threats quickly was, useful when we were living in the wild and trying not to get eaten. But now, that same neural shortcut is just screaming, "That tree has eyes," for no reason. Pareidolia isn't just about visuals either. Your brain will find meaning in static, connect dots that aren't there, and hear messages in white noise like a lonely radio. It's funny, it's creepy, and it's proof that your brain would rather invent a pattern than admit confusion. Number 4. You're tricked by fake consensus. You read something online, it sounds dumb, but then you see 10 more people agreeing, then a meme, then a video, and suddenly you're like, wait, is this real? This is the illusory truth effect, the idea that the more you hear or see something, the more you believe it, not because it makes sense, but because it feels familiar, and your brain, being the lazy sponge that it is, equates familiarity with accuracy. That's why propaganda works, that's why urban legends survive, that's why some people think birds aren't real. And social media, it's basically a machine that cranks out repetition. A single bad take, amplified by reposts, hashtags, and bot armies, can become a full-blown belief system in 48 hours. Your brain doesn't have time to fact-check everything, so instead it asks, have I heard this before? And if the answer is yes, your neurons quietly high-five and add it to the probably true pile, which is how bad ideas go viral, and you start questioning whether milk really is just cow juice propaganda. Number 3, your senses can't agree. Close your eyes, rub sandpaper on one hand, play a video of someone petting a cat, have someone whisper, "Fluffy," into your ear. Now try telling your brain what's actually happening. Your senses are chaotic roommates and they fight constantly. Take the McGurk effect. You hear one sound, but if the lips on the screen are mouthing a different one, your brain gets confused and hears a totally different word. Vision overrides hearing, just because. Or how about synesthesia? Some people taste colors, others hear numbers. Why? Because their brain wires are creatively installed. Even for non-synesthetes, your sensory processing is more of a compromise than a courtroom. Your brain takes conflicting input from all directions, runs it through a glitchy translator, and calls the result reality. So yeah, when you think you're being objective, you're not. You're just interpreting the chaos with meat-based instruments and a deeply biased software update. Number 2. You fake emotions to yourself. You're walking through a haunted house, your heart's racing, you're sweating, your legs are ready to book it, and your brain, sitting up there like a confused detective, looks around and goes, based on the evidence, I must be terrified. Congratulations, you just experienced the James Lang theory in action. The idea that emotions don't cause physical responses, but that your body reacts first and your brain plays emotional catch-up. Like, oh wow, I'm crying, guess I'm sad. Your brain doesn't just monitor your body, it interprets it. And sometimes it gets that interpretation hilariously wrong. This is why, during a workout, you might suddenly feel euphoric or angry or weirdly in love with your instructor. It's why standing on a suspension bridge makes your date seem more attractive. Suspension bridge effect, look it up. Your brain reads the physiological chaos, heart pounding, adrenaline spiking, and makes up an emotional story to match. But here's the kicker, it believes its own story. Your brain isn't just lying to others, it's lying to you with receipts. You feel emotions based on misread body signals. You are, quite literally, gaslighting yourself. Number 1, you can't stop believing the simulation okay. Let's get meta. Imagine you're in a super realistic virtual reality game. It's glitchy, but mostly convincing. Over time, you forget you're wearing a headset. You start thinking the game is reality. Welcome to simulation theory, not just the philosophical concept, but the everyday brain experience. Because here's the truth, your brain has never experienced the world directly. Everything you know, sight, sound, taste, love, betrayal, existential dread, it's all electrical signals. You are living inside a 3-pound gelatinous command center that interprets shadows on the cave wall and calls it truth. And guess what? That interpretation can be warped. Easily, you hallucinate, fill in gaps, project meaning, and stitch together a coherent story from glitchy input. Your memories are fuzzy, your senses contradict each other, your attention is biased, and yet, you walk around like you've got a front row seat to objective reality. Your brain isn't showing you the world, it's showing you a movie about the world, edited, color corrected, and scored for drama. And worst of all, you can't leave the theater. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.